Good morning, Card Media RJ. It is Sunday, so it is time for the Sunday Trivia Recap. All right, good morning, everybody. Hope you all had a fantastic week. Just came back from the Philly show yesterday. I'll talk more about that on my Monday show, so I'm not going to delve into it here. We're here today for more important things. We're here today to go over the trivia questions to give away some great prizes. So let's get to that, shall we? All right, so Monday's question was, Trey Turner recently hit for the cycle, or this year, he should say it was very early in the season, hit for the cycle. Excuse me. It was his third time doing so, making him one of only 6 players in Major League history to hit for the cycle at least 3 times in their career. Nobody has hit for the cycle 4 times in their career. But who was the last Major League player to reach 3 cycles in their career? The answer, Mr. Christian Yelich of the Milwaukee Brewers. This is his 2022 Topps Archives card. That was your answer. What you're playing for, as always, 3 awesome Hall of Fame cards. 1986 Quaker Chewy granola bars, Ryne Sandberg. Nice little oddball one there. From 2013 Panini Cooperstown, Roy Campanella, listed as being on the Baltimore Elite Giants here, and he's wearing that uniform. Pretty cool seeing him in the old Negro League jersey. And then, as always, a Hall of Fame Common Collection card. This one of Braves shortstop Rabbit Moranville. So those are the cards up for grabs. Everybody up here on the screen was kind enough to throw out a guess. Most are regulars except for Mr. Spider N. Now, the person who sent me the email did have his regular name attached, but he signed it Spider N, so I'll use that name. I do not recognize the name. I could not find a channel with that ID, so I'll just list him as Spider N. Spider, if you want to promote your channel, let me know. I like to list the channel names up here if I can. Everybody else here is a regular. Lisa Z's name remains on this list. Lisa was a long-time supporter of my channel and many other people in the card community. She passed away very early this calendar year, but she was a great supporter to my channel. Everybody else passed away. I have chosen to leave her name on the list this entire calendar year. I'll take it off at the end of this calendar year. The name is not checked. It's on the list, but it's not checked, so it doesn't appear on the wheel. That's how I'm choosing to do it for Lisa here. We will shuffle once and spin. In my channel, you must hit 3 times to win. I do that for 2 reasons. One is not a lot of people enter my contest, so I have that ability. And to follow up on that one, the second reason is I always hated it when you spun once and the prize was awarded, because you wanted more than just a one-shot deal. But if you've got 800, 900 names on your list, you can't do the spin until somebody wins 3 times. It's just not possible. But I don't have that problem, so it's quite possible for me to do it. And I choose to. So there you go. We have shuffles. We will spin. Good luck to everybody on this one. So yeah, I made it to the Philly show. I don't want to talk too much about what happened at the Philly show. Nothing crazy happened, but let you come back for the Monday video on that one. I am going to show off, obviously, on Monday, everything I picked up at the Philly show, so stop back for that. I'm kind of slowing down on my card purchases right now. The biggest reason for that is because I was telling this to a couple of dealers at the Philly show on Saturday. I was like, I go to the Philly show. It happens 3 times a year. If you are local here, it happens in March, in the middle of March, towards the end of September, and then early in December. Those are the 3 times a year. We got two for Spider N already. Spider, I don't know who you are, so you're going to have to give me some heads up if you win here. But anyway, the Philly show happens 3 times a year. And, I usually only go to September and March. I skip December because it's Christmas time. Most of my, money is going elsewhere, obviously, at that time of year. So this year, though, whereas I might have been able to spend a little bit more than I am spending at the card show, unfortunately had to buy one of my daughters a new car. Now, it wasn't a new car. It was obviously a beater. But, it cost me money I otherwise would have used to buy cards to the show, to go to the show and enjoy myself. So anyway, pause there. Michael Pusatier, congrats to you, sir. You're getting these 3 awesome cards. We will move on to Wednesday. On Wednesday, Wednesday's question, 1934 World Series. In the 1934 World Series, there's Game 7. There was a famous incident. Joe Medwick got into a dust-up with the Tigers' third baseman a couple times. And that resulted in him getting out into his position in left field late in the game, and the crowd the game being played in Detroit, the crowd started pelting him with debris. Where they got the debris from, I don't know, but they did. And they wouldn't stop. And the commissioner, Judge Kennesaw Mountain Landis, was in attendance at the game, and he essentially said, for the good of the game, so that we can finish this game and be done with the World Series, Joe, you're going to have to come out of the game. And Joe was not happy. The Cardinals were very upset at that decision, but that's what happened. So my question to you was, which Cardinal player went out into left field to replace Joe Medwick? The answer, one Chuck Fullis. Here he is in a 1992 common card being pictured as a member of the Giants. But if you flip it on the back, you'll see he was a utility outfielder. At the second half of 1934, he was with the Phillies to start the season in 94, but got traded or sent to the Cubs, or to the Cardinals. But he was the guy who replaced Joe Medwick. Chuck Fullis was your answer. And as always, what you're playing for, 3 awesome Hall of Fame cards. 1999 Topps Finest Barry Larkin card still has the film on it. 1999 Barry Larkin. Cool TCMA. Juan Marichal, part of the, I'm not even sure which one this is, but a really young-looking Juan Marichal there. A little older on the back, the Juan Marichal story. Might just be a little 12-card set or something like that of Juan Marichal, series number 11. I'm not really sure which one this is, but that's a cool card nonetheless. And then, of course, a common card, this one of Bucky Harris. If you look on the back, it has his career stats on the back. Bucky Harris is not in the Hall of Fame for being a very good player. He is in the Hall of Fame for being a very good manager. So that is why his card is there. And again, the individuals up here on the screen were kind enough to throw out a guess. Michael, you are out, sir. You can only win once a week on my channel. Good luck to everybody else. We will shuffle once and spin. Here we go. So yeah, I got some cool things on the from the Philly show that I will show off. Again, I'm not able to spend a lot of hobby dollars. I still spend a couple bucks here or there. Who doesn't? But I'm very much paring back on some of the big purchases. It had been my intent to pick up a huge card this year. I was going to buy my first playing days Ty Cobb card. But again, having spent that money on the daughter's car, I no longer have that in my budget for this year. I'll have to punt on that one. Sad to see it, but you do what you have to for the family sometimes. So I found myself, I'm kind of struggling as to what will I show off anymore. I mean, I've been doing this so long. Oop, pause. Good to Robert. Robert Springs, that was 3 for you there, sir. You're going to get these awesome Hall of Fame cards. Congrats. Moving on to Friday's question. On Friday, the question I asked was just the trivia question, or somebody posed this question when we were watching a Phillies game the other day. They said, I think, were we playing the Dodgers? No, the Dodgers were having a good season. They're trying to pull off the win and win the division. It's not locked up for them because we had played the Dodgers recently, and then we were playing the Diamondbacks this weekend. And they were talking about how the Dodgers have not won the most division crowns. And I made my question like this: the Yankees clearly are the best sports franchise in history when it comes to the number of championships. They have 27 championships. If you think about it, that's an amazing stat, 27 championships. So in the year of their first championship, 1923, that was their first World Series victory. Through 2009, that was their last World Series victory. And go earlier, go later if you want, extend that expanse from say 1921 through 2021 or 2020. So from 1921 through 2020, that's 100 years. In that 100-year span, the Yankees have won more than 1/4 of the World Series played in that 100-year span. They have been to the World Series 40 times in that span. Therefore, they have been to the World Series in 40% of all the World Series played in that 100-year span. That's crazy. That being said, they are not the best team of the divisional era. In other words, they have not won their division more than any other team. Now, they've won 21 division titles since division play began in 1969. The question is, which 2 teams are above them? Pretty much everybody got this one. It was pretty self-evident if you think about it. The Dodgers are number 2. This is just a 1991 Fleer logo sticker, the kind that came in the packs. But the Dodgers are the number 2 team in divisional play, whereas the Yankees won 21, the Dodgers won 22. And the top team won up to both. Obviously, if you know your baseball history, it would be the Braves, because the Braves had 14, I believe, consecutive division titles going from like 1991 all the way through 2003 before they fell out. It's just incredible, the Braves run. That was your answer. What you playing for again? 3 awesome Hall of Fame cards. A little bit more interesting on these ones because they're all pack issued kind of cards. A 1983 Jim Palmer. 1979 Topps Fergie Jenkins. And 1985 Cal Ripken. So that's what you're playing for. Again, the individuals up on the screen are kind enough to throw out a guess. I believe both Michael and Robert Springs are here. Robert, you are out. Michael, you are out. You can only win once a week on my channel. Everybody else is a regular. Thank you all for stopping by. Shuffle and spin. Good luck to everybody who's left. So, yeah, as I'm thinking about what I'm going to show off, normally I would have already filmed my videos by now, but the truth is I was at the Philly show or getting ready to go to the Philly show most of yesterday. So I typically send or pre-film all of my videos Saturday morning. Haven't had a chance to yet. I'll actually be filming them after I finish this. But normally I would film all of the videos on Saturdays, and already be able to tell you when I'm doing this spinning that, oh, this is what I'm going to show off some really great things. I got no clue what I'm going to show off right now. No clue at all. But we'll pause because congrats to the Canucks up north. Jeff and family, you'll be getting these 3 awesome Hall of Fame cards. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. I hope you all are enjoying this. I guess a few of you are enjoying this because, like I said, I get about 15 to 20 people sending out guesses to my contest. So pretty much the regular crowd. Don't mind that it is the regular crowd. I'm happy to help you guys out with sending cards and stuff your way. Come back again this week for more. I don't know what I'll show off, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. So hope to see you there. Have a great week. Take care.